Jamaica, what is the real underlying problem that is preventing our economy from growing? And why people are leaving Jamaica for greener pasture?
We have to face up to the fact that we have a pretty profound medium-term problem. And that is we need to have a workforce that includes you, I, and everybody else in Jamaica who are more productive than they are today. Right? What do I mean by that? And how do you achieve that? You achieve it by having greater training, more skills. And skills range all the way from being an excellent carpenter, mason, plumber to being a postgraduate in some technical subject, right? Something that can help to create great value added. Because we as Jamaicans, on average, are not sufficiently productive to create the value added to grow our economy. Right? And I give you an example. The same hotel job that someone will get today is the job that that person's grandmother had 40 years ago. It's the same job. It's the same output. And I am saying we can't keep doing that. We have to go up the value added ladder. And we can only do that if the average job in Jamaica is of greater talent, greater training, greater skill. So we have to set out to train our people better from the beginning, that's primary school, right through and into subjects that the market wants. We also have to go and find the businesses that will invest in Jamaica to use that talent, lest we lose that talent to the United States, to Canada, to wherever else. So we have a challenge, and it's a decade-long challenge to create an educational system that can produce, at the end of the day, graduates galore that are technically capable and skilled and able to produce more value added for the country.
I will agree that we need to be more productive, but the fact that we are not is not an underlying issue. To solve the low productivity, I don't agree we need greater training where we have an education system that will produce graduates in abundance that are technically capable and skilled and able to produce the value added that will grow the economy. Both JLP and PMP over the years have been trying to create this education system that Mr. Bayer is talking about. And based on his view, what we have now is still not satisfactory. Remember, we used to have Common Entrance Examination, the CEE, then the Grade 6 Achievement Test, GSAT, and now we have the Primary Exit Profile, PEP. The greater training was the purpose of Hard Trust established in 1982 by our former minister, Honorable Edward Siaga, and if we were to calculate all the money spent over the years trying to achieve this great education system, it would add up to more than $1 trillion Jamaican dollars. Mr. Bai talk about our grandmother working in the hotel industry and her job passed down to her grandchild. I don't see anything wrong with that. And the job don't make us less or more productive. Jobs were passed down to family members from the beginning of civilization. Example, family of lawyers, doctors, police officers, etc. Every job is essential to the economy. The hotel workers, the garbage collector, the street sweepers, push cart man to the people selling in the streets. The real underlying problem is not lack of education or skill. It is the Jamaica currency. People are saying we are losing our educated and skilled workers. No, we are not losing them. We are losing people from every level of our workforce. Even the people selling in the streets are leaving to work overseas, sometimes for 6 months to come back. And the problem I see is not every time every persons leave Jamaica, he or she change from a low to a high value job. Many of them are doing the same job and sometimes even lower value job than the one they were working in here. in Jamaica. Example, a person working in Jamaica as a garbage collector is going overseas to do the same job. A security guard in Jamaica leave to wash plate in restaurant overseas. After a few years, come back to buy a house and even have a car running as taxi in Jamaica. So the real underlying problem is the value of our currency. If the purchasing power of the dollar is low, it doesn't matter the type of job you have. It becoming more and more impossible for people to work in Jamaica to take care of a family, buy a house, or even take a little vacation. One of the reasons why our marriage rate and birth rate is getting lower and lower every year is because of the lower purchasing power of our dollar. To solve the currency problem in Jamaica, we cannot continue to spend more on education. We have to cut spending and get rid of minimum wage, because if we continue to raise minimum wage, the price of everything will continue to go up, because labor is the raw material for the goods and services we buy. So, to increase productivity, we have to fix the currency, because it is the high purchasing power of the dollar will motivate people to take risks, educate themselves, so that they can increase the productivity that will grow the economy.